Do salty foods technically count as thirst traps?
Oh my God. I'm just going to say that as a fan of the New York Jets, I am salty all the time. So yes.
So you're constantly a thirst trap.
Yes. Oh, I am a thirst trap. Are you fucking kidding me?
You're a walking, talking thirst trap.
Yeah, I am all salt. I'm that meme of like the walls are salt, the floor is salt, the ceiling's salt. You just, in the air, it's in the air. You just breathe it in and it's all salt.
Hey kids, how are you all doing today? And we're back for another trans meme video, but with a friend. And today I would like to introduce, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, hi, I'm Alex. Okay, so like, hi. My name is Alex DeStasi, and I make a comic. I used to make a comic, but I make a new one now. And it's called I'm Still Alex, because that's me, Alex. I'm Alex. Hi. Thank you for having me on your show.
It feels like I just put a spotlight on you. It's like, introduce yourself now. But no.
I said my name, so I'm pretty sure that was a rock solid introduction.
No, rock solid introduction indeed. Absolutely amazing. Where can people find you?
People can find me on a number of platforms. I am on Tumblr, on Instagram, on Threads, on Blue Sky. I also have a YouTube channel, but I don't really use that all that often. It was more tied to the old comic strip I used to do, which was called Corpse Run. But I do have all of those links coalesced right now onto a link tree, which can be found at imstillalex.com.
Perfect. Now then, are you ready to react to some posts?
Oh my God, I am so ready to react. Give me the posts, feed me the posts. If you just have them like in a big hopper and you can just shake them into my mouth while I'm lying on the ground, that would be fantastic.
Perfect. All right. Memes.
I saw this thing on YouTube where they use turmeric and baking soda for hair removal. Let's try it.
Sure. I don't think this is worth it.
Come on, it's definitely gonna work.
Gotta love supportive moms who are willing to try anything and everything to help their trans kid out. Every time I read Catherine's comics, it's always kind of funny seeing how her mom is just like, hey, let's try this out. Or, hey, don't do it that way. Be a little bit more feminine. And it's always just be like, it's always kind of cute. Because like, and I know I say this, and I know I'm privileged in the fact that like my mom is very supportive of my transition, but like having somebody on your side, cheering you on and helping you out and like willing to help you figure things out, or maybe find a solution and like includes you in on being the gender that you would prefer to be, feels so good. And it's just is absolutely amazing, whether it be a parent or a partner or a friend, whoever it may be.
For sure. My wife is incredibly supportive and helps me out a ton. Friends of mine are constantly giving me pointers and stuff when I ask about XYZ. My friend Kat has been very good with that too. And at the office, it's been like hilarious. Like everyone at my job is incredibly supportive and all that jazz. Many people in the office are Eastern European women, and Eastern Europeans have a very direct way of speaking, or I've found that to be the case anyway at my office. And the types of support that I've received, very like all over the place in terms of like the spectrum of enthusiasm. I did like individual come outs to all of my colleagues, and one of them, I go through my little spiel, I'm transgender, and then there's like this long pause, and then she just goes, "What do you want me to congratulate you? What is it? What is it that you want? It's fine. You can be whatever." I'm like, okay, thank you. That was hilarious. And I will also say, just on the hair removal topic, I have tried so many different methods of hair removal, and oh boy, I am, in the event that people haven't read this strip of mine in particular, I do have a comic that's relatively earlier on. That's just about the fact that I am an Italian Armenian. I have so much hair. I don't know if turmeric works, but sure, I have turmeric at home. Maybe I'll try that later.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just like, I'm trying to think of like how this, would you put vinegar on as well? Like, is it, but I don't know. Like, I just shave. TBH, I just shave my legs, and I'm an Irish, German, Scottish, Welsh person, so I have no body hair. No body hair.
Jelly, very jelly.
And whenever I shave my legs, it takes months for it to grow back.
Months?
Yeah, it's so thin.
Oh my God.
It takes like a month or two for it to come back.
There's got to be at least one trans woman named Eve out there whose dead name is Adam, and she's the funniest person ever to grace this earth with her presence.
My mom knows a trans woman named Helen whose dead name is Troy, which I think is pretty epic.
Yeah, she's right.
She's right. Oh my God. I love when trans people make jokes out of their dead names. That's so good. That's so genius.
I got very lucky. My name is Alex, and I'm just sticking with Alex. But like on my birth certificate, it literally just says ALEX. And I'm like, oh my God, how convenient that was. No matter whatever issues I have with my parents, one thing they fucking nailed was my name. Holy moly. Okay, my middle name is a male name, but like I don't use my middle name. And it is so convenient. Just like, hi, I'm Alex. And they're like, Alexander. I'm like, oh no. Check out my driver's license. It just says Alex. Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God, that's amazing. I could not come up with something like I would not have the foresight to have done this. Although now that I think about it, I don't think there's anything I could have done with my dead name. No, that's fine.
Something for trans women just starting their transition to keep in mind. At a certain point, an entity will visit you in your dreams and ask you to pick a color for the heart emoji you use for the rest of your life. This color determines your stat growths and build, so choose wisely. Oh, mine is purple, by the way. I like purple.
Oh, so's mine.
Hell yeah, let's go. Purple stands, where are you at?
Have I ever, I don't think I ever have said the reason why I use purple all the time.
Oh, do tell.
So for those of you who are not aware, if you've been in my stream, you've definitely have heard me talk about this, but like I have purple in my office and a lot of places that I easily like turn to and see. And the reason for that is because whenever I was working my last full-time adult job, it sucked. And it was draining the ever fucking life out of me, and it was miserable. And when I was starting to be miserable at first, because like I have a PC that has like the LED lights and everything, and then I was like flipping through all the colors and everything because I was waiting for somebody to reply to me, and I passed by the purple colors and immediately smiled and thought of my wife. And so I therefore have made the lights on my PC purple. I've made my keyboard lights purple. I made my model purple, and I may have other things of purple in my office to remind me of my wife. That way it makes the day go by a lot faster and a lot smoother.
My wife is also quite a big fan of purple, so you know what? I love the purple going on here. So much purple. Purple's a good color.
Yep. Well, I should say purple is my wife's favorite color.
Nice. The color of royalty also. You're very regal.
I don't know about that.
So regal.
What color is your heart? Kids, get in the comments. What is your heart? Please. If you can leave a comment with your heart, put it in the comments. All right? Do it. I'm sorry. I feel like I look a little stupid.
Girl, no you don't. You look awesome.
Yeah, one of the things too. Yes, you look awesome, but I think the other thing too is just like trying things out. Trying things out is always good, and seeing if you like it or not. If you don't like it, that's okay. That's amazing. And if you do, fantastic. You've found something new that you like. And I think the other thing too is just like, again, going into like the supportive person of, they help affirm your gender in any way possible, them doing things for you or with you or including you in on things is, fantastic. And letting you be able to experience that stuff and figure out whether or not that fits your gender, like you as a person.
Yeah. I've been experimenting so much, and I do find that there are plenty of things that I do not like. Most of the things I don't like are kind of just in the realm of makeup, simply because I suppose sensory issues, and if I like feel stuff on me, it kind of just drives me insane. But yeah, I'm glad that she tried something here. I totally get the sensation of feeling like, oh, I've put something on and I see how I look, and I don't like the way I look yet. But I'm glad I tried it, and if it might not be for me, that's totally cool. It might be for me in the future. It might not be for me in the future. But you know what? Try all the things. It doesn't hurt to try.
You want to make a bet?
Sure.
One deliberately lost challenge later. God, this is so embarrassing.
Yeah, sure. Are you ready to...
Shh. Let me bask in my victory. I mean defeat.
Yes. Oh, methinks the Lady Death protests too much, so on and so forth.
Sometimes, yep. oh man, I lost this bet. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Anyways, oh, look at me. Aren't I so pretty? Aren't I so beautiful?
Growing up, there were a lot of times where we would like have to put on like skits or whatever for like we're reading like a book or some shit. And I would always volunteer to be like, oh, I'll wear a dress. I'll dress up as the lady. Oh God, I have to do this. I guess it'll have to be me.
Oh my God, I just had a core memory unlocked for me.
Oh yeah.
Holy, I just got hit with like a memory. So when I was a kid, I distinctly remember that there was this girl who threatened to put lip gloss on me. And I distinctly remember like, no, you can't do that. And so she would chase me with it. And I just like, I have the memory of being like, okay, but like, what if I just let her catch me? What if I just
curse my world champion sprinter legs? I need to let her get to me.
Yeah, what if I just failed? But then like, obviously, because again, where I grew up and everything, I was just like, I can't let her catch me because otherwise I'm gonna get endlessly bullied. But at the same time, I was like, but what if I just let her do it? What if I just let her win? Methinks those were not very cis thoughts of myself.
I've recently started living by myself, and this combined with HRT's effect, I believe, has caused a rapid fire of drastic emotional changes for me. God, did some of these catch me off guard. I'm back to my pre-puberty level of empathy, and by that I mean I will start crying if someone next to me starts crying. It's cool, but it's giving strong I want attention when it happens in this scenario. Like, someone has a reason to cry, and then I am dumb crying for no reason. Now I get to experience severe bottom dysphoria. I had it before, but it was very light compared to the current one. Why does it feel like I'm getting stabbed every time I acknowledge its existence? I gained a strong desire to be in a relationship, which I was free of for most of my teenage years. One of the last things I need right now. I realize that I really want to be a mom someday. It's currently impossible, all options considered, which sucks. I'm freshly 20. I have like 8 or more years before I would realistically want to have a child. It feels dumb to be sad about it right now. And I really care about my looks and body now. Kind of sad I didn't before. I have a bunch of cosmetics. We'll buy more. I do want to say, before I offer a caveat, everything you're feeling is valid here. If being a mother is something that you want, I encourage you to make that your reality. And in the same way that, there are plenty of cis women that, don't have the quote unquote traditional option available to them, but that is still okay. There are other ways to be a mother, and they're all just as valid. And no one is more or less of a parent based on how they came to be a parent. You are that mother that you want to be. You are going to be that mother that you want to be, and you are going to have a child that is so lucky to have you.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, like, the other thing too is just like, this is what I've been saying, is once you're free and you're able to be yourself, sure, you go through all these emotions and there's the feelings of like, some of the stuff could be a little awkward or a little negative, but at the same time, like, you feel more comfortable with who you are and wanting to be able to be that person and to finally have those experiences. So much opens up whenever you are you know, if that's starting HRT, getting some surgeries, or none of it, whatever it may be, that it ends up being so freeing when you can finally be yourself, which is also why it's super important, especially to this last panel, that you do take care of yourself up to that point. Because trust me when I say this, you're gonna be so thankful for your past self for trying, do what you can as you can. You don't have to do, perfection all the time. In fact, I would encourage you to not always be perfect, but just be you. Just do what makes the most sense for you and what's best for you, and you'd be surprised at how much easier and more enjoyable things get when you're on the other side and finally able to be yourself. Now that I'm out, I have some people that are close to me try telling me, oh, well, just because you put on a pink shirt and blah, 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 that doesn't make you a woman. I mean, clothes are just clothes. Somebody asked me,
are you wearing women's clothes?
And I said, no, I'm not wearing women's clothes. I'm wearing my clothes. all clothing is gender neutral unless you're a little bitch. And yeah, it's your clothing. That's it. It's whatever clothing you want to wear and whatever you want to, put on. That's up to you. That's your clothing. That's yours. No one else's. So.
And as if that guy in the street, by the way, is like, oh my God, you're wearing women's clothes. Oh, can you just be naked instead and get like arrested or something? Like, and also like from behind and everything. Not that it makes it okay regardless, but I wonder, I do recognize I get a lot of stares now in public as I'm going through my own transition. And it was something I was kind of like mentally prepared for. But it does seem a little bit weird to me when I catch people staring, because then they'll like instantly look away and be like, oh, I was looking anywhere other than at you directly for an unspecified amount of time. And it's like they do that in a way that they recognize that it was awkward and a weird thing to do. So if you recognize that it's a weird thing to do by the reaction of being caught while doing it, why are you doing it? Why does it matter to you?
Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the thing. It's just like, it's one of the things of like, why does it matter? Like, why do you care? Does this hurt you? No? Cool. Moving on. And it's like, it's none of your business.
I mean, there's one way it could have hurt them. Maybe he saw her and was like, oh my God, she wears that so much better than me.
Oh,
God damn it.
it's jealousy. You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't think about being jealous.
Oh my God. Every time I see someone, you know what? I mean, hold on. Full disclosure, I get jealous all the time. And I'm not saying it's like a wonderful trait of mine, but like envy is real. And I'll see someone that's wearing something that looks like fucking awesome. And I'll be like, God damn, I wish I could pull that off. And it's not to say that I never can because I'm working on it, but like, ooh, I do feel that envy sometimes.
Yeah, no, I do too. Like, oh my God, I'm at the gym and I'm just, oh God, so many women walk past me and I'm just like, goals, Kat, just keep them in your mind. These are goals. These are the people who you want to work towards. You want to work towards being.
Oh, you're coming for them.
I am. Yo, my back. Oh, okay. So the changes in my butt are noticeable, but in my back, when I flex, ooh, the definition's so good. I'm very proud of it. You don't need to trans your gender. Why can't you just be a tomboy? But if you're going to be feminine, why don't you just stay female? I don't think transphobes understand that gender's just a performance. You can just be you. Hell yeah to all my trans masks out there who are femboys. You are absolutely fantastic and amazing. And quite frankly, I love that for you all. It's just one of the things of like, if gender doesn't really matter, then why do you care how I present? Why do you care how I present?
And, you know, at some point in a previous comic, I had described myself as like your average trans tomboy. Not to say that I think that there are gendered lines for what dictates, you know, male or female activities or what have you. But, you know, I recognize that a lot of the things that I do enjoy are generally masculine coded, things like, you know, football and whatever. But, you know, growing up, I never let my gender dictate the things that I could do or participate in or anything. So, yo, you want to be a trans tomboy? Fuck yeah, go do it. You want to be a femme presenting trans mask? Hell yeah, go do it. I also just want to shout out one thing I'm enjoying immensely with the strip that I'm seeing right now. So Frank's got his index finger up in panel 1, but in panel 3, oh no, it's the no finger. So, oh geez, that's, oh my, salacious.
Oh yeah. Yeah, blowing it, like being like a cool little spy, and then off.
Yeah, no, I find that the middle finger has a lot more punch and pizzazz when you're wearing Downton Abbey dinner gloves.
Oh, that's so right. It's like when you take your glove off and you slap somebody with it, right? You're almost challenging them to a duel kind of way.
Yeah, but if you take this glove off, though, it's so long, like, you know, just because of like how levers work or whatever, there's going to be so much extra force at the end of it. So, you know, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. I'm going to slap some silly into this guy.
Oh my God. Yes, please just slap some silly into the guy. At the same time, too, like, as Alex was saying, like, if you want to be a tomboy, be a tomboy. If you want to be a femboy, be a femboy. If you, like, quite frankly, in all honesty, just be you. Be the happiest version that you possibly can be and the best version that you can, because at the end of the day, all that matters really is you. Are you happy with your presentation? Are you satisfied with how you look? Are you happy with the way you're dressed? Do you feel happy with being you? Other people's opinions don't really matter, and quite honestly, just breaking down the walls of gender is extremely freeing, and being able to express yourself is absolutely amazing.
Tomboyish as I often feel, I have been very much femming it up clothes-wise at work anyway. My office has kind of become my like testing environment for feminine dress. So even though it's not something I would, you know, normally wear out and about, I do find that I'm enjoying it quite a lot to be like on display while I'm at work. I don't know why I feel that way, but it was like, oh, I'm having fun.
So there's that. I also like whenever I was working as a software engineer, my first adult job, I remember like one of my scrum masters was very tomboyish, but every once in a while, like she still wore dresses and was very like whenever you say like tomboy or femboy, that doesn't like honestly exclude you to one set of clothing. You could wear, you could be a tomboy who wears dresses and skirts and everything, like very feminine dresses and skirts and everything. And you could be a femboy who you could wear something a little bit more masculine or, whatever it is, because like it's just clothing. It doesn't matter.
And frankly, if you feel like you find a lot of joy or euphoria with those terms, whichever one might apply to you, I mean, really, you're just kind of staking your claim for all genders, because now you're just like, well, I like all of these things. Yeah, no, I'm going to do whatever I want.
God, I hate my chest. I guess I'll just slouch to hide it sometime later. This is really bad for my back. I should sit up. Oh no. Back pain is no fucking joke. I don't care who you are or what your gender is or how old you are. Back pain is no joke. And I say that because I have thrown out my lower back. Oh my God. When it flares up again, it's so bad. I can't move. I literally had to end a stream one time because I bent down to pick up a pencil and it reactivated. And I was just like, I'm going to try. And 2 minutes later, I was like, never mind. I'm in too much pain. Bye. Have a good one, chat.
Well, I mean, your back must hurt so much because you're doing such a good job carrying the community online.
Oh God, I'm not carrying the community. There are other people who are doing a way better job than I am.
Oh, no, all right. I think of it like this. Every once in a while, we all do a little bit of that. And as a bit of real talk. So when I was like preparing to come out and all that jazz, I started looking up trans media online, and, your channels was one of the ones that I found, and it was introducing me to not just you, but like the community at large. And, I learned of all these other comic artists, and I started reading all of their stuff, and it was incredibly helpful to me. It was soothing to me just to listen to your voice, and it was a really big deal. So fine, I'll rephrase it to say you carried a large portion of my coming out preparation.
Okay. I'm gonna back to the beam. Enough about me. No, back pain's no joke, please. PSA, cat PSA.
Do your stretches, drink water.
Yep. Trans guys, I know you want to hide what booble you got, but please, for the love of God, take care of your bodies. Bind responsibly and don't slouch. For the love of God, back pain, it's so real. It hurts.
And now that we're speaking at the incredibly old age of beyond 30, it doesn't get better. So start taking care of this stuff as soon as possible.
100%. Do some stretches. There's some really good back stretches. I promise. Oh my God, stretching my back is so good. I love hearing it pop. It's like the bubble wrap. Every time I pop it, it's so nice. Like every time I go to stretch, it just pops like bubble wrap. I'm like,
Yeah, my hips are kind of like that. I'll get up and I just have to like lean one way and then lean the other way, and it sounds like and it's not like a high pitched crack. It's like those low like when they go, and I'm like, oh boy, I hope that's okay. I don't know if I'm just like falling apart or anything, but yeah, whatever.
No, it's just like air pockets just being burst. It's fine.
While Wolf plays inside their head, Fey Wolf prepares for puberty. Oh, English side ruined. Must use French instructions. Le strange. What the hell is that? Oh, that's a fine-looking hormone. Why the hell doesn't mine look like that? Did my voice just get deeper?
Oh my God, please, for the love of God, French viewers, please have mercy. Just please have mercy. Kayla, Bobs.
No. Listen, French viewers, I know what you're thinking. Wow, Alex has really good French. And that's right, I French good.
Yeah.
I French so hard. I French people all the time.
Bubs, please. Bubs, please. Please, Bubs, don't get in my DMs and be like,
would you don't like French's mustard?
French's mustard.
Hi, my name is Alex, and I like to make the worst jokes ever.
Oh my God, it took me a second.
Follow me for more. Why, there's nothing you can't do when you have the incredible taste of French's mustard all up in your estrogen. Testosterone. Did I do it? Did I nail it?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Am I French now?
Yeah.
When do I get my celebratory baguette and cigarettes?
Those are coming in the mail. Those are coming in the mail, and then your the guillotine comes with it.
That's my favorite hormone or supplement. Yo, I'm on guillotine. Wait, what are you taking? Just be out there on trebuchet. They don't know about guillotine yet.
You're still right. Maybe I should start getting on guillotine. I might need to start taking that stuff. I lost my train of thought for a second of just like being so innocent and being like, oh yeah, I'm one of the girls or one of the boys. Puberty hits and it's just like, oh, why are things changing in a way that I don't like? Because like I remember that happened. I was somewhat excited for puberty when I was a kid and I didn't fully understand. And then the one memory that I distinctly have is I remember feeling my Adam's apple, and that was my first realization and actualization of dysphoria.
Just on the Adam's apple thing, like my Adam's apple is ridiculous. I can literally like put someone's eye out with my Adam's apple. It is like big and sharp. It always made shaving like a nightmare. It's like shaving around like someone like they were wearing like brass knuckles or something, and they just gently wrapped human skin around it. But you know what? Some women have big Adam's apples, some women don't. Some women have this, some women have that. It is totally okay. But yeah, when puberty hit, I was like, I felt compelled to be like, all right, well, these are the changes I'm getting. And I just was like, well, I wish I was getting these other ones, but all right, you didn't always get the McDonald's toy you wanted as a kid in your Happy Meal, but you made do. So that was me growing up. All right, well, I guess this is the toy I got. When you get hit with the cis people don't question their gender for the 500th time, but you've already met 50 people who have questioned it and still came out as cis.
I feel like that's always like the rough thing, right? Because I mean, like, I know somebody, I have a friend back in Missouri. I always like telling the story of like, whenever I came out to him, literally after I came out to him, he was like, you're the third person who came out to me that's a part of my bridal party that is on my side who came out as trans. Now I gotta like think about my gender again.
I mean, so wait, was this pre or post wedding?
Pre-wedding.
Okay. Oh, dude, he's gonna have an awesome lineup.
Yeah, he had 3 groomsmaids. So, but
hell yeah.
He came back and was like, no, I'm still a guy. But that's just kind of it. It's just like, he doesn't think about his gender a whole lot or think about being the, like question his gender all that often because he's very comfortable with who he is. He's already had that, I've lost my tracking again. God damn it. He doesn't like think about his gender all that often. Meanwhile, me on the other hand, I was thinking about my gender like almost on a daily basis, sometimes hourly, just being like, am I a boy? But I really want to be a girl. God, there's so many things about girls that are so nice. And that's kind of the thing. It's like, do people question their gender? Yes. The frequency at which they question their gender is going to be different. And if you're constantly asking yourself about your gender and you're thinking about it, that's going to be the thing that's going to be kind of the tell, right? Because like, it's the difference of like, like you might cough a couple times in a day versus when you're coughing every 10 seconds. The symptoms are different.
Definitely heard, yeah. Growing up, I didn't know how to like quantify what like being a girl would mean to me, but I was constantly wishing that I was a girl. I just had to put up with, well, I guess I'm a boy. Everyone says so. And, and so on and so forth. Fortunately for me, I had some amount of access to female socialization because I have a twin sister and I would hang out with her friends quite often. So, it allowed me some of that like female youth experience that I didn't otherwise get to have because, I was operating under the assumption that I was a boy. For the people that do have any amount of gender questioning, I'm not going to tell you what you are or what you are not, but the very concept of having the question, I think, is a good thing because regardless of what any of us are, self-exploration is important, self-reflection is important, and the more you reflect on who you are and what's important to you and what your values are, the better a person you're going to be. So if you find that you question your gender and you come to the conclusion that you're trans, that's beautiful. If you come to the conclusion that you're non-binary, that's beautiful. If you come to the conclusion that you're cis, that is also beautiful. All of these identities are equal and valid, and I wouldn't want anyone to ever have any amount of shame or concern or fear or sadness over parts about themselves that they can't control, and we can't control the way that we're born. So whatever it is that you realize about yourself, it is awesome, it is valid, and I want you to be the best trans person, the best non-binary person, the best cis person you can be. And I want you to just be happy.
Giga hater mom. What do you mean? That's totally my daughter. Has no idea how I'm doing it, telling ChatGPT. Yeah, mom, I'm creating testosterone in my body through the sheer power of teen rebellion. No other possibilities.
I mean, listen, if the sheer power of teen rebellion got me results, I wouldn't be on HRT.
Oh my god, that's so true. But just like, I don't know, it's just like, there's a lot of ways that you could like present more masculine or feminine without having to be on HRT. There's also like a lot of things that you can do. I know some people, depending on where they are or what they're doing, that they will do DIY, and I've got nothing against it. I totally understand it, and it makes me a little sad that we are in a state of the world where people have to do DIY to be able to live and survive and to be themselves. So, but the fact that like transphobes turn around and use AI and people use like ChatGPT to confirm their biases and everything it's what happened to the facts over feelings crowd. Like that's all this is really. It's just like, oh, I'm so mad and I gotta like tell this to ChatGPT and have it like reaffirm my biasy and to reaffirm me so that way I feel better. And it's just like, trans people exist. We're here. We're always going to be here. We're going to be present, and there's nothing you can do that will get rid of us, because at the end of the day, it's natural. It's natural that people might feel out of body, and, you know, will do whatever they can to make sure that they can feel in their body, whether that be performing a different gender or not.
I have to imagine that's something that, you know, the feeling out of body is, it's not, you know, certainly the trans perspective on it is, say, unique from the perspective of a cis person, but, you know, cis people feel that way too. Like, hey, I want to look a certain way, I want to present a certain way, I want to dress a certain way. So to like a cis person that doesn't get it, we'll use the example of the giga hater mom, I guess, in this comic, whatever it is that your children are feeling, you feel it all the time too. It just, you're feeling it for a different reason. That's all. Whatever it is that you want to do to feel more comfortable in your body, that is exactly the same thing. We all want to feel comfortable. And for people who are trans, that is tied to, you know, something a little bit different, but we're not aliens. I mean, well, I guess Frank is an alien.
I was gonna say, at least one of us is, but
I will cede that point. Frank is an alien.
Special case, though.
Yeah, special case on special order on Her Majesty's Secret Service. But for Giga Hater Mom, we all want to feel comfortable, and whether that means, you know, hormones, whether that means presenting differently through, say, more social presentation means, like, just let everyone be happy. Like the same happiness that you can have for yourself and desire for yourself, it should be available to everybody. And it sucks for, say, like the kid in this situation. You know, with Giga Hater Mom, the concept that Giga Hater Mom exists at all. If you are someone that is, you know, desiring to have children in the future, if you feel as though you might not be able to love your child fully, then, you know, you might not be ready to be a parent yet. So if your child comes out as trans or gay or whatever it is that you might think is a problem, it's on you to fix those things. It's on you to educate yourself. It's on you to become a better person. It's on you to become a person that is ready to actually be a parent.
No, and I agree. That's, if you're not willing or ready for your kid to come out trans, to come out gay, to be autistic, to have a disability, and you think that there's something wrong with your kid, you shouldn't have kids. Quite frankly, if you're not ready to accept those possibilities, then you're not ready to have kids, period. And that's just my personal opinion, my personal take, but this is calling us both out, so because we're both over 30. 18 to 20-year-old trans kids have literally told me they're amazed at meeting a trans elder and hope to live as long as I have. This is an accurate representation of how I feel.
I'm 30 years old.
When I first saw this hurt just a little bit. It's like when people start to say, so yeah, what year were you born in? And you go 19, and they go, 19? 19! And you're just like,
I was specifically born, in the year 19. We're that old.
Yeah, 19 BC. I was born in 19 BC. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The moment I saw this one come up, I was just like, okay.
Okay, cat. I see how it is. Me, Colin 3, like...
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. Listen. But I enjoy being the basically middle-aged woman that I am. I embrace it. I don't think of myself as like any one particular thing. So I'm just like, hey, I'm 37 right now. This is how old I am. I'm whatever. I understand that in terms of the trans community at large, or at least the trans community at large of the online active folks, I seem to be in the older group, but that's fine. I'm an adult. It's okay. I've spent most of my professional life working with kids and stuff, and I like interacting with age groups of all kinds.
This meme hits me twice because not only have I seen this meme in the trans community, I have also seen this meme in the vtuber community. So I'm just like over here in my early 30s, just being like, it's not that bad being 30. Shut up. I like my 30s. Yeah, my knees hurt a little bit, but like,
My 30s have been so much better than my 20s.
Oh my God, same.
And I hope that it's like, for everybody, like I hope your life gets better and happier as you go through it. How awful would it be if like, oh, I peaked in my 20s? No, like I should hope that we all are on a positive trajectory as we continue to age. 30 is coming for you. If you are below 30, 30 is coming. If you are above 30, 40 is coming, and 50 is coming, and 60 is coming, and so on and so forth. And 69 is coming.
Oh, it's coming. I gotta hand it to Frank. He makes really good comics. Wait a minute. Franklin Green. Oh my God.
They will never know.
Should we be scared?
Oh, wait, are you not? Oh, I'm terrified.
Oh God.
Because we know now. And like, you know what? Baseball bats hurt me. I don't know about you. I'm like, are you, oh God. I am.
Wait, what was the last meme that we were reacting to?
Oh, how our bodies are breaking apart over time because we're on the wrong side of 30.
Oh my God. I know.
Not that there's a wrong side of 30, but the colloquial version of the wrong side of 30.
God, there was nothing here. Anyways, Frank, don't kill us.
Transgender Day of Visibility was this past week, but I feel so visible already when people stare, when ads fearmonger,
I wear a wig to creep in the girls' room.
when politicians attack.
Trans is anti-gun and must be exterminated.
It's tiring. It must be. Some cis friends told me so. Idaho just introduced a cruel bathroom bill.
Ugh, enough. It's too exhausting and depressing to hear about this all the time.
They get so tired, they drift away.
I'll see you around.
Maybe they'd be less tired if they were trans. Then they wouldn't have to hear about it. They'd only have to live it. I guess this is like Alex soapbox time or anything or something, but like it's become increasingly frustrating to me as the political situation is evolving, and it evolves so slowly, and potentially there's a comic that you may have already picked that might describe why it goes so slowly. But, things change so gradually over time that a lot of people don't realize what's happening while it's happening, and they only realize when it's too late. And I can sympathize wouldn't be the right word, but I can understand why people don't understand if it's not something that's directly happening to them, because, how could they? It's impossible to have your ear to the ground and hear every single thing that's going on in the world. I certainly don't know every single thing that's going on in the world, but one of the beautiful things about, being a part of humanity is we don't have to do everything on our own. So in the same way that there are people that fill all these different occupations to make sure that we have XYZ roles taken care of, we have our doctors and our this and our that and our yada yada, for anyone who is in a particular community, we are better equipped to spread awareness for what's going on with or to or whatever our community. So it's important to me that when I hear something that's going on in a community that I'm not familiar with, I listen to those voices, because I don't have that information and I don't have the ability to come across all of these things myself. So, how wonderful it is when I am given this opportunity to listen to a voice that has a perspective that's that's different from my own. And unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people don't have the mindset of being a good listener. So when I'm talking about, say, trans issues to people in my life, there is a lot of maybe not pushback necessarily, but there's a lot of, I don't have the energy to care about this, and that's the end of my involvement in this discussion with you. We're either changing the topic or I'm just not going to talk to you anymore. You know, it kind of just sucks. I wish people were better listeners, and, you know, I try to be a better listener myself, and I hope that everyone over time develops that empathy, develops their ear, I guess.
Yeah, and the thing that like I kind of piggyback off of that just a little bit is whenever it comes to like you're not aware of the issues because you're not part of said group. One, yes, listen. Two, echo those voices and boost them. A lot of minority groups get suppressed when it comes to talking about their issues, talking about the things that are impacting them by the algorithms, and are never reported on. I mean, if you want a good case in point, look at everything with Gaza and why the US was wanting to take over TikTok and change how the algorithm worked, is because so many people here in the US finally saw the atrocities that were happening over in Palestine. And we're seeing for the first time the horrors that were happening to the people and the genocide that was going on. And we also saw that with George Floyd, where we all witnessed a cop murder him in plain daylight in front of people. And if it wasn't for the fact that other people were recording that incident or other people were, helping echo those voices and those communities, we would not have, a lot of that would have stayed in the dark. And a lot of that, we wouldn't see the change. And yes, change is gradual in both directions. A lot of the things that you see aren't going to be immediate. And sometimes it's fighting for small things first to work up towards the big things.
Nothing happens overnight. And this is something that I haven't addressed it in a comic yet, but I'll try to sum up the overall idea. And it's that we should never let perfect be the enemy of good. Progress happens incrementally. We cannot put ourselves in a situation where we are willing to stay home and not fight the fight, or we're willing to stay home and not vote because you don't think someone's good enough or you don't think someone's perfect. Look at where we are right now. We can't continue to let protections and rights slip away because you're not getting the entire mile. Get the inches every time we can, and do not give up any single opportunity to do that, because every time we do, we are letting things regress. I'm getting soapboxy now. Every time we do, we are letting things regress. Look at where we were 10 years ago. Look at where we were 20 years ago. Look at where we were 100 years ago. Things didn't just happen in a vacuum. People fought for rights. People died fighting for rights. And if you feel as though you can't be asked to go and just go to a polling station and vote for a candidate that at the very least isn't going to continue taking away the rights of the less fortunate or minority groups or your neighbors or your family or your friends or what have you, then what are we doing? What is the point of this? If you choose to not do the absolute bare minimum, how could you possibly say you're fighting for the things that you say you're fighting for?
I'm going to echo a voice here. I def overthink. So over on TikTok, because people, I know I'm probably going to have people in the comments who are going to say that voting is pointless. Voting is, stop it. Like, don't, like the protest votes and everything. If voting did not matter that much, why did they overturn parts of the Voting Rights Act? Why were they so focused on making sure that they could wipe out Black voters? Why were they so concerned with trying to limit on who can vote?
And furthermore, if both parties are the same, why are people in the queer community fleeing red states to come to blue states? It's because both parties are not the same. And there's better protections, there's more rights for us, there's more protections for our healthcare, there's more protections for how we can socially present. Things are better for a reason in one place versus other places in America. So I never want to hear everything is all the same, no one really cares about. If that's true, then why are people leaving from certain places to go to other places?
I will say, I do want to put a little caveat in there, is whenever, yes, I will say the Democratic Party is sliding further right. And that's because we have things like APAC constantly trying to pull, being like centrist, centrist. Like, yeah, you got to be centrist. No, if you want to see change in the Democratic Party and you want to see it shift further left, you need to start locally and you need to build that up. And you need to, like, if you can't see change, again, I'm going to echo another voice here. If you're not willing to fight or stand up against Trump on the city level or state level, there's no way in hell that you're going to be able to stand up against him at the federal level. So thank you, Cori Bush from Missouri. There's reasons why I loved you and reasons why I was behind you, even though I couldn't vote for you because we weren't in the same district.
In a memorandum from Texas Tech Chancellor Brandon Crichton, a former Republican state representative and senator, the university is banning speech on LGBTQIA+ topics. This policy aims to treat queer people as if we don't exist. They want us silenced. I've learned a lot in my first 2 years on hormone replacement therapy. Makeup, fashion, walking in heels. But thank God for one thing. I never learned how to shut up. I like to think this one would speak for itself, but similar to what said regarding voting, if these things weren't important, they wouldn't be trying to limit your ability to do them. So in the journal post that had accompanied this strip, I recall like it started with something to the effect of like, the party of free speech strikes again. And, you know, there are a lot of people who are conservative and free speech is always a very big deal to them. But it seems that free speech to them just means I want the ability to be offensive without any kind of consequence. They don't see free speech as people talking about defending rights that they don't like. They don't see free speech as including identities that differ from what they like, so on and so forth. So my encouragement to everyone is anytime someone says you're not allowed to talk about this, ask why. Look up what those reasons why might be. Maybe look up what that topic is. Maybe it's something you didn't know about before. I think, you know, there's no greater tool in our arsenal than education. And part of the education process is teaching others. So once you learn something, you know, grab that metaphorical megaphone, start talking about it, especially when people are telling you not to.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that just like, you can't be quiet about the things that are happening. Like, if you know, it's one thing if you don't know, right? Like, if you're not aware of the things that are happening, you know, there's not much you're going to be able to say because you have no clue. But whenever something, like when there is an injustice that you are aware of, that you know of, or there's something that is going on that quite clearly is in the wrong, you should speak up. You should be speaking up and making some kind of noise about it and bringing attention to it. And this isn't just for like, you know, my trans viewers out there. I know I have some cis viewers out there. Like, you also, again, can echo the voices of people within the community. You can be learning from us on what it means to be transitioning and, you know, learning the various things about transitioning, about being gay, and be that voice whenever, you know, you are dealing with the bigoted relative, to shut them down and educate them on why what they're saying is completely wrong. It's just one of the things of like, that's kind of your job, is you are the megaphone.
I'm going to chime in with one additional thing here, and this is purely just for me. I'm going to slip in once again that I'm a fan of the New York Jets. If anyone's aware, the NFL draft was this past month. At number 2 overall, drafted edge rusher David Bailey, who played at Texas Tech. So, David Bailey, I hope you are the best thing that comes out of Texas Tech this year. I am rooting for you so hard. Go Jets. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid, attributed to like a bunch of folks. Growing up, I felt like something was wrong with me. I had boy friends, but felt more at home hanging out with girls when my twin sister had friends over. I wanted to be a successful girl. Instead, I felt like a boy failure. Decades later, I'm transitioning, and I'm sometimes still judged with a masculine rubric.
Wow, your testosterone levels are super low for a man your age, which is great news for your transition, ma'am.
Okay, so I want to say something here. Anytime I use a real life person in a strip, it is, you know, something that has happened, and, you know, sometimes I might paraphrase it to, you know, cut it down to fit into a comic. I will admit here, this exact conversation with my doctor did not happen in that way, but, you know, I do want to to say, I don't want to put words in her mouth. And I also had like my physical last month. So this doctor, she's appeared in a comic before, the one involving a non-binary camper at the summer camp I used to go to. And she knows that she's in the strip. I told her about it, and I then kind of asked permission if it's okay if I could use her again in the future. So last month I see her, and I brought up that I put her in a comic again, and she dead ass goes, "Oh, did you have my hair longer for this one?" Because her hair is longer now. And I'm like, no, if I knew your hair was longer, I would have given you longer hair. So I gave her the short hair that she had the previous time I had seen her. So doctor name that I'm not going to put in here. I'm sorry that I did not, I already apologized to you in person, but I'm apologizing again online that I showed you with hair that is shorter than it actually is right now. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. But she's lovely. And to the point of the comic, and I had mentioned earlier, I have a twin sister, so there was a lot of hanging out with girls that I got to do growing up. I also said in the journal entry for this post to all of my friends who are boys that I grew up with and I was friends with, I value our friendship immensely. There was nothing fake about our friendship. I loved being friends with you, and you were awesome, and there was nothing that you didn't provide. There was nothing that you were lacking. You were all great, and I value that friendship immensely. There are just some things that, were going on with me that, we can't get everything from one source. That's all. But thinking about it realistically, it's probably harsh for me to say I felt like a boy failure, because that's not true. I wasn't a boy failure. I just wasn't a boy. And even if I was a boy, I still wasn't a boy failure. But I phrased it that way because that's what kid me felt like. It just felt at the time that I feel like there are certain expectations that I'm not satisfying, and it made me feel like I wasn't enough. But, we have the fish statement. It wasn't that I wasn't enough. It's just I didn't know yet what it was that I was ultimately trying to succeed at.
Well, that's kind of the thing that I've always talked about, because I recently talked about this because somebody brought up, wait, you didn't have dysphoria? And I was like, well, it's hard to say that you have dysphoria whenever you grew up pushing it all down. And, when you grow up in a very small rural place without internet or access to internet, you don't have words for transitioning and all that stuff. It's not something that I ever, that's something I didn't know about. I didn't know. And as I got older and I learned more about myself and met, a lot of trans men, things started to click a little bit more. And thanks to COVID, I finally had time to think about it and then look it up and finally put my thoughts and feelings into words and actions. It just took a while for me to get there.
Between starting HRT and coming out as trans online with a comic, I spent months coming out to people in my immediate life, friends, family, coworkers. Hey, so there's this thing about me. Yeah, wild, right? I even reached out to folks I hadn't spoken to in decades. I'm gonna call an old girlfriend.
That is a uniquely terrible idea, but you do you.
Hey, I know it's been 20 years and all, but I've been reaching out to people about something that's going on with me. I'm trans.
I had a feeling. I've heard something similar before. My wife is trans. She's also an artist too.
Wow. You have a type.
Oh my God. I honestly kind of feel this a little bit because when I first came out, I guess my mom told my ex from high school, and my ex went, "Huh, yeah, it kind of was a lesbian relationship, wasn't it?" And I was just like, wow, thanks.
Nice. She had good taste. She had good taste.
I bet she could have done better. Younger me was such a mess.
Ma'am, we are not negging ourselves today. Not while I'm a guest.
I'm just saying, younger me was such a mess. She could have done better. And she ended up doing better.
Listen, younger all of us are messes in perspective. Just like we said before, we hope people, as they go through their 20s, things get better. As they go through their 30s, things get better, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I was a hot fucking mess. My early 20s, oh my God, I was not okay. But that was a stage of my life and was a part of the process to getting where I'm at right now. So I'm sure younger Kat was just lovely and wonderful and was doing all the things she needed to do to be at the place that she's at now.
Sure. No, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny whenever you're like, because like I came out to a few friends as well with this, and some of them were like, "Oh, yeah, we knew. We knew something was there." It's like I don't know. Maybe you've had something similar, but like whenever I came out as being trans, my mom's like, "I knew something was about you was gay." And I was like, "Well, yeah, I am gay, but I still only like women, so I'm gay in that fact."
Yeah. No one had said to me specifically like, oh, I knew you were trans, but it was just like, yeah, this tracks for you. You've always been I always knew something was like a little different about you. I didn't really know what. Glad that now you found out for yourself and you're happy about it. But yeah, I just assumed you're a little out there. Like, yeah, I suppose. The amount of not shocked that basically everybody was for the most part. I know you've reacted to I think the Michelle comic where she had cut me off to be like, you're pregnant. And I'm like, okay. But at that point, her surprise had nothing to do with me being trans, but her surprise had more just to do with like, oh no, I just put my foot in my mouth in a real awkward way. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's weird because like I fully subscribe to the fact that like no one is unique, but then that means that everyone is unique. And what I mean by that is, there's nothing about me that like originated only from me. I am the product of, all of the experiences and inputs that I've had, whether it be from nature, from nurture, people I've met, teacher, so on and so forth. And the thing about me that is unique is the unique combination of all of those things and how I have chosen to value these inputs and how I apply them to, my own morality, how I act and behave, what my values are, so on and so forth. So, I imagine if anyone comes out as anything, we all might have a reaction to that person to be like, I always knew there was something with you, because everyone is unique in that regard. Everyone has that uniquely one-of-a-kind combination of inputs and experiences. So, no matter what I was coming out as, okay, maybe it wouldn't have been this person that I called, but I would have called someone else to come out and be like, oh, I'm this other thing. And they're like, oh, I always knew there was, so, like it could have been anything, I suppose. We're all unique in that regard. I will say though, when I was told that over the phone, this is a real conversation that happened. My immediate mental note was like, I am never going to forget this story, because like, holy shit, what are the odds? Like, it's just, wow, we must be a lot more common than I thought, because Jesus fuck.
Alex, thank you so much for coming in and reacting to posts with me. I do greatly appreciate it.
Thank you so much for inviting me to do this. The only reason I have this little PNG thing at all is because you had floated the idea of this collab video at one point. I was like, oh shit, I gotta make something to go along with this. So that was the entire impetus for making this. So thank you for giving me that kick in the... But, again, like I had said earlier, you were a big part of my preparing to come out process. And, I think what you're doing is important. I think what you're doing provides a sense of community. And, for me, it allowed me a streamlined access to artists that I might not have been able to come across, or at the very least, I would not have come across them as quickly. And what I have found since coming out and making these new strips of mine is that there was this community that has always been there that I just didn't know about. And it has been so welcoming, and it has been such an honor to suddenly find myself now just talking to these other artists every day as if like, oh, I'm just one of the regular artists in the community now. And it's really been a blessing. It's been, I don't know, it's been so wonderful. And I hope that you keep on doing this, because I know that there are people that might be listening right now who are like, you know what, maybe it's time for me to come out, and maybe I do want to start expressing, my feelings with whatever my creativity lends itself to, whether it's drawing or comics or writing or poetry or whatever the case may be. All the things that you are feeling are valid, and I hope that you find the way to express it in a way that you feel safe and most comfortable with. And to Kat, I thank you for, you have a very unique way of community outreach in what you do, and I am a happier, more content Alex for it. So thank you for, again, the invitation, and thank you you for doing what you do. I basically shit myself the first time I saw you reacted to one of my comics, by the way. So just to be chatting with you now, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This is very exciting.
No, it's one of the things that like I've been trying to get more. A plan that I have is to try to get more of the trans artists on to talk about their stuff and to react to posts and, you know, introduce them to maybe people who might not know who they are. So I'm looking at you, artist, trans artist. I'm looking at you. You're next.
Oh, you're like, oh, Kat's looking at you right now. She's coming for you. Check those DMs. Check that spam folder. You never know. Maybe it ended up in junk mail.
Anyways, again, thank you so much for coming on. And would you like to once again tell people where they can find you so that way if they enjoyed this and they've enjoyed your comics, they can easily go and follow you and get more?
Sure. You can find me. I am on Instagram, Tumblr, Webtoon. There's a Threads account that really doesn't get a lot of use. I'm also on Blue Sky. And again, I have all of those links and so much more, including like link to my old comic, which was called Corpse Run, my very rarely used YouTube and Twitch channels. All of those links can be found at imstillalex.com. Right now, I don't actually have like a dedicated website for this. It just goes to a link tree, but the link tree that can then direct you to all of those different places is imstillalex.com, because I'm Alex. That's me, Alex, and you're Kat.
I am Kat. And
Kat, say hi. Meow. Meow.
oh yeah. All right, kids. As always, huge shout out to all my patrons, my YouTube members, and my Twitch subscribers. You all help keep the lights on here in this channel. And I think with that, we'll wrap it up and say bye-bye.
Bye.